Do we see each other? Hear each other? Hello. What a nice opportunity to see you all. Old friends.
Yes,
Victor,
we
are
can
you
see you and we can hear you.
Thank you. Victor, where are you? Victor, unmute yourself.
Okay, now. I'm in
Yes.
Warsaw. I'm
I
in
hope
Warsaw.
so. Okay,
You
good.
know, it's after Teresa's passing, stay about 3-4 years in Canada and then moved to Warsaw. And I have my new, 10 years now, wife. She used to be a vice president of Warsaw, and so we kind of intellectually meet each other. And I'm still at the Canadian Competition Tribunal. Occasionally travel to Canada, but other than this is retired Andrzej Kuzminski, and okay, living as
The
you can
life goes
see.
on. The
Yeah,
life
still
goes
kicking,
on.
still kicking.
Yes, I see. Very nice. Very nice. And I, of course, see some other friends here. I'm just in the sun, kind of sun is shining.
Unfortunately, unfortunately, we've lost Bogdan.
Sorry,
Yeah,
what did you say, Victor?
we've lost Bogdan Buzin. He
Yes,
passed.
yes,
He
yes.
passed few. Yeah.
Yes, I know. And another lady, I mean, another person, Lyubov Yakovleva,
Uh-huh.
also Ukrainian, but living in Russia.
Uh-huh.
She passed away 10 days ago,
Oh, well.
unfortunately. I was very disappointed and very sad.
Well, we are unfortunately getting to this point that we will lose some friends.
Don't talk about that. Don't talk
Let's
about
be let's be real.
Hello, Slavica. Where are you? Hello.
Hi,
Hello,
I'm
hello.
actually in Bilbao,
Oh,
Bilbao. Oh, that's
in
good.
Spain.
Did you go to see the beautiful museum?
In Guggenheim, yes, we had
Yeah.
the dinner actually last night there.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. I would like to see it. This is the reason I shall go once only to see the museum.
Yeah, that's nice.
I can imagine. Beautiful. So we have with us, we are a little bit bigger team now in CEEMAN, and we have Narek with us. And I think that slowly we can start, Narek. You
Yes,
make an
sure.
introduction and then we continue.
Of course. Perfect. Thank you so much. So, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our very first CEEMAN Conversations over Coffee. I am Nare. I work at CEEMAN as a project manager, concentrating on communications. And it is such a pleasure to see all of you here today for our very first meeting of this series, where we aim to bring together our community to discuss many different and interesting topics in a relaxed setting. So today we'll be diving into a topic that is close to all of us, management education. This is a wonderful opportunity to exchange ideas, gain some insights, and strengthen our connections within the network. So I think whether you're here to share your experience or learn from other people's experiences, it will be a very fruitful conversation to help us grow our mindsets and learn some new things. Now I want to take a moment to mention the Q&A session that we're going to have at the end of our, closer to the end of our talk. Since now you have already submitted some questions, and I want to reassure you that most of your questions will be answered. But if you have any questions that is still on your mind and you would like to answer, you can always put it in the chat box, and I will make sure to follow the questions to voice them at the end of the talk, or you can keep them and ask them at the end, where we'll have a window of live Q&A session. Just I would like to ask everybody to make sure that the questions are concise and short, so we give opportunity to everybody to share their questions and get an answer. So here it is. Now that we're all clear on the format and everything, I would like to turn things over to Danica Purg, the CEEMAN president, who will start our today's very first coffee chat.
Thank you very much. I shall have a tea probably. Thank you, Narek. Narek comes from Armenia. And then we have a Kazakhstani two ladies. Here are, you can see them on the screen. First one, Aigerim. Aigerim, show yourself. She is a director of CEEMAN already now for more than a year. And then we have Asel Kurmantayeva. Asel is also working half-time in CEEMAN and half-time in our school. And she is responsible for the projects, you know, for the projects to get to win the European projects. And that is some, you know, a new activity in CEEMAN. But I think that you all realize very important one. And you all know me because I'm for so many years already here with you. And for you, that I don't need to introduce myself. I'm still going on, but you know, sooner or later, I hope to get. You can see now we have in CEEMAN two other ladies. And so we are equipping ourselves so that one day it will not be so important anymore who is president, because we shall have a staff who will continue to lead the organization. I received many questions, and before, when Nare said, put your question short, I have to say I should realize that I should give my answers short, you know, also. There are terribly many questions arrived. We try to put them in some groups, and the groups are like the vision of CEEMAN, how can CEEMAN be more impactful, what are the main challenges, and so on. How can we incorporate artificial intelligence in operations and in curriculum, etc. I shall try to answer the things where I am really competent, and of course also about the artificial intelligence, as much as I know and as much as we practice. But we also were inspired by these questions, and we asked Sarah Toms from IMD Lausanne, who is teaching this subject there, that the next, in 1 month about, the next CEEMAN chat would be about only about artificial intelligence. So then she can answer, you know, you can send more questions, she can answer on those questions too. So if I start with the vision, what is the vision? And then of course, I hope I have with me here Aigerim, our director. So she will give me a sign when I should stop, so that we still have some opportunity for you to put the questions. If I'm looking to the question about CEEMAN aims for growth across the regions, etc., and what is, you know, the vision for next 10 years, then I would like to say that we started already to grow much more. Not, you know, that we started a Central and East European Management Development Association, that we were already more than 10 years ago deciding to become a global association, but for the countries that are needing us the most. You will be surprised perhaps, but I was today opening the ChatGPT with the question, what about CEEMAN? You know, and ChatGPT answered CEEMAN is a very good association to help the schools which are smaller. They didn't say which are not good or which are less good or whatever, the big one, but it was such a nice explanation that we are the ones who help really schools to grow, and that we are very much paying attention to, besides excellence, also to relevance and to impact. So we are growing further, and we came now to, we have some new members in Central Asia, you know, Uzbekistan and Kazakhstan and other countries there around, in Africa, and also in China. We have so far 11 management schools in China. We even established a company in China. In fact, the Chinese 5 people established it by themselves. And so we are planning to have, next conference will be in Albania in September this year, but the next one will be most probably in Xi'an in China. And because they are so much inviting us there, and you know, they want to have accreditation, etc. So China is certainly one of our also future markets. And of course, we would like to come to Vietnam and to all other countries around. So that is concerning the growth. The other thing is, of course, we were always hoping to grow in the quality. And here, you know, we would like to go in the, you know, mostly we work with deans, and here today are many deans and directors of management development institutions, but we would like to reach more faculty, more administrators and experts in organization, and we would like to really to, how shall I say, to make stronger the relationship with management development institutions, to learn from you and to make some groups, new groups, working groups, which would you know, help us to develop. And so the expanding outreach beyond the deans and beyond the subjects we have now. You know that we have IMTA, International Management Teachers Academy, that we have program management seminars, that we have EdTech. So what we want in each of these segments, improve. Like in IMTA, we would like to add, although we had it once again already, but we would like to add now sustainability, because we hear from our members that this subject is very important to, you know, to become better teacher, to develop case studies. So in fact, we want to improve in all these areas where we are strong already, and to develop some new ones. And here I kindly ask you to, you know, we have a board meeting in Vienna in end of March, at the end of March. Would be great if we could receive from you some ideas how to develop further. Then, of course, we went also in the field of research more than we were before. So we are fostering the research excellence, and of course, the hidden champion research, which we do now for the 3rd time, and we shall publish the book. And some of you, like Slavica Singer, are strongly engaged in this research. We are thanking you very much, Slavica and other colleagues, and we would like also to help, you know, to be a platform to help to develop research better in our institutions. And, you know, when we talk about teaching which is relevant, we also would like to have research which is relevant. It's not research for research, but it is to do something useful and clever and unique and innovative, etc. So that is how we imagine our continuation of the work. And as I said, we are very research on hidden champions stays the priority, and we are very proud of that. And you will soon see the book coming out, and what shall I say? And then, of course, the time for a new research will come again. So this is concerning this first group of questions. What is the vision for CEEMAN for the next 5 to 10 years? And then, how can CEEMAN be more impactful? This, in fact, I mentioned already. I would say more international events. We have invitations to come to China with some events. We had one recently in November in Xi'an, and we were also present in Shanghai at one of the events. So then I would like that we make more workshops and more online dialogues, you know. And as I mentioned before already, we are offering a platform where you should collaborate more, the schools, you know. Not that we are a kind of consulting organization giving you advice, but I think that we should really learn from each other and be unique in this respect, you know. So if anybody has a question, you can just interrupt me, you know. It's not that I want to talk all the time here. You are very invited, very much invited. So, any question?
Just
Otherwise,
I'm marking my presence, Danica, Mindira, joining you
hello.
from Ahmedabad, India.
That's good. I got a question about Indian management schools. I can immediately tell you about these questions. They said, how do you see the, the competition of Indian schools, because there are so many there with East and Central Europe, etc. No, and then I was thinking, this is only the way, you know, to compete is competition, you know, to collaborate and to compete. I don't believe that we shall ever get a chance like you have it in India, that you are looking, you know, that people are in the newspapers publishing hundreds of, at least that I saw when I was in India, hundreds of announcements. We are looking for a husband of our daughter. He should have an MBA. You know?
Yes, yes.
This is really
Right.
something unique. But we appreciate management schools in India. We know that some are, like everywhere else, you know, the high and top quality, and some are a little bit too much following this system, you know, to be big and to be very academic, you know, academic with a you know, and not really, you know, understand that the role of the management school should also be to be useful for the environment where you are, to help to develop reforms, economic and political too, all kind of, you know, developments we should be responsible for and help to make it, you know. So, but welcome. I'm very happy. I'm very happy. I know you come from a good school. Great. We would like to have more Indian schools in CEEMAN, and I hope you will help us. So, then
I
you
will.
know. Yes. What did you say now?
I will help.
Do good. Thank you. This is what I wanted to hear. Thank you. So then, you know, then somebody was asking also, like, what do you think will be American impact, new U.S. government on CEEMAN member institutions? I think that CEEMAN, this is a very short answer. CEEMAN is an independent international organization, and we only have a reason to, you know, to be even better and to work more on our own model of management, because management development. If I remember back, and that was also a question of somebody, you know, we were really mimicking, like Kuzminski said, mimicking the West, and especially United States. Then, you know, we started to look for our own identity. Then after having our own identity, we started to look how we could share the knowledge. And I remember once I was in Africa, the Conference of African Business Schools, and then they were saying we should clone you because we are so much needing the knowledge of the schools in Eastern and Central Europe, because you are, you know, we didn't start to develop 100 years ago, but only 50 years ago. And so you still remember or 40 years ago, you still remember how it was, you know, and how did you start with management education. So, you know, in that respect, we can really also help to other schools a lot. And I think that after we were, you know, finding our own identity and starting to share the knowledge, we also start to differentiate ourselves more. And I think that today we can be very proud in you know, with our members, because many of them are really on different ways very advanced. Some in the field of technology, some in the field of innovative programs. Some of the, you know, are very strong in competing with the best and the most, how shall I say, the oldest, if I say the oldest, you know, the most, with the biggest tradition, management schools. So, but the most I'm impressed by the ones who are innovative and who are helping their environment to develop better. And such a people, you know, are like Slavica in her country, in Croatia, you know, developing entrepreneurship, having impact on this field, you know, promoting them through hidden champions, research, etc., etc. So, or in our school where we are very much developing, you know, 3 pillars: ethics, sustainable development, and art and leadership. I think that this is connected with artificial intelligence becoming more and more important, because we see that we shall have, you know, in the future, we shall have to forget the management education we see today, and we shall have to have much more philosophers, artists, businessmen who are experienced in the school, and to have much more, how shall I say, creative approach to management and individual approach to management education, you know. This is something that really, you know, I was today talking with somebody from Singapore, and then the guys showed me one little apparatus, and he said, you see, we don't need to make minutes anymore. We shall stop writing, because I just put this apparatus here, and this apparatus is just making the minutes, writing the letter, you know, everything. He said, we shall even not read anymore. We shall listen to what we were talking, etc. So there are such changes in front of us that it's really unbelievable. But on the same time, I think that also this new way of learning, new way of connecting the dots, like art and philosophy, will become much more important. This is, we were already for years talking about that, but now we are much closer to that. You know, this idea becomes true than we were like 20 years ago when we started with this, you know. So this is when I read, you know, I see that when I read the articles about artificial intelligence and executive development or whatever, we can see the trend that that this micro credentials will have a big role in. You know, that people are less and less going to longer studies, but learning just what they need. That people are much more interested in, you know, much less interested in functional knowledge, because they can all learn from ChatGPT and the other Chinese DeepSeek and other tools. You know, that we don't need to make big analysis because they are done with the big data and many data, etc. But we have to learn to be creative, to make some new decisions on the basis of our creativity, you know, and other skills that we were developing till now. So it is a very challenging time in front of us, especially we who are older. We shall, you know, have a problem to digest all this, but it is for sure that the new times are coming very quickly, and that management educational institutions will have a big role to help companies also to develop the tools, you know, and to develop with the help of artificial intelligence, you know, the management practices in the companies. Like we see that we are very much responsible for also for sustainability. Companies are more and more interested in that, and they are waiting and expecting from management schools that we are offering them this knowledge and helping them to make a bigger step forward. This is how I imagine, you know. Then, you know, then some people ask us about, so what I wanted to say is, because this is connected with what some people ask us, how will you, you know, what is program management seminar doing? What are you learning through that? And what is IMTA, International Management Teachers Academy? And I can tell you, we are now really looking for some of the best professors to come to IMTA and to help our teachers to, you know, to develop and to have the, how shall I say, in the IMTA to come with knowledge on artificial intelligence and to see how one can use it better, you know, as a tool, not to be instead of somebody, what I read sometimes, but really to help you to use it, you know. And program management seminar, if I answer on this question. By the way, in IMTA, we have 770 graduates already. And this is in June, the program. And don't forget that we can still accept some people in IMTA, and that this will be, you know, again, a good program, breakthrough program, because of our bringing artificial intelligence in the program. Not only as a subject, but as, you know, a part of other subjects. That is what we want to do. Then, you know, in program management seminar, some people ask me, what is this seminar offering? And that is, you know, the program management is really helping people who are responsible for practical implementation of the programs to become more, you know, to improve their operational effectiveness and to learn something about marketing, because such a program managers can really help a lot with, you know, with this way. Then, you know, then also alumni association, you know, that is also very important, because we can learn so much from each other. You know, there are 20, mostly ladies, but there are some men too. There are 20 participants learning, sitting in the classroom and learning from each other. How do they deal with alumni? How do they deal with teamwork? How do they, you know, defend themselves in front of some aggressive faculty, in front of some aggressive participants? Ethical issues of program management are also very important. In fact, you know, this program management is really, we said, artillery of, you know, of the faculty. They can help them so much to make better programs. You know, they can help them so much. We had already, I don't know how many, but 15, 20 generations of program management seminar, and I would be very happy if they are coming, you know, more. And we have them from South Africa, from all over the world. They come for 3.5 days, you know. This is quite a nice thing. And then somebody asked me, what about the connection, about connectivity, you know, about schools from CEEMAN and other institutions in Western Europe and in USA. I think that the best is to come to our international events, because there you become friend forever. We had a great annual conference in Austria last year, and there were so many things happening out of that, you know. It was entrepreneurship in the time of digitalization. Now we have a conference in Albania. It is 24 to 26 of September. And, we have one of the board members is Albanian, Gazmet Hajia. And Gazmet is in tourist. He's a businessman in tourism. And he is building his first hotel. He's dealing with travel. He has travel agencies, one big international one and one Albania experience, and landways. You will see it in Croatia and in Czech Republic, etc. It's kind of cultural tourism that he's offering to Japanese and other Asians, mostly Asians. And so now he is building in Durrës. That's like half an hour from the airport in Tirana. From Tirana airport, he makes his first hotel, and he is offering us to be the first, inhabitants in that hotel, guests in that hotel. And we had already once in Albania the conference, and it was unbelievable, What a good music, what a good food, and what a good conference. Because we had the prime minister talking, and now it will be the president talking, who is a very special guy, etc. So don't miss it. If you can come, you will not be sorry. And since Ghazi has travel agency, we shall be all expected at the airport, not only the speakers, but everybody, and we shall have a great time, I can assure you. So let me see if still something very important I've forgotten. Otherwise, I would stop here and give you the possibility to ask some questions. Here I have still this ICWA webinar on writing self-assessment report, accreditation business. So Jiva is responsible for that in CEEMAN. Then we have the project, Erasmus project Equation, Advancing Gender Equality in Higher Education. This is the dissemination event on March 4, and you are invited online or in personally. This will be something really very good, because we want to push gender equality in CEEMAN accreditation. And we informed also AMBA and other accreditation agencies. You see, this is our research showing that this is not, how shall I say, the fact, the equality is not the fact in management's educational institutions. Then program management is April 2nd to 4th. Then academy is in June 15 to 21. Then the conference I mentioned, 24 to 26 September in Durrës in Albania. And then we have planned program management seminar in Johannesburg in South Africa. Then we have EdTech seminar in November. We don't have a date yet precise, but it will be November. There will be also a lot of talks about artificial intelligence. And then we have CEEMAN Asia event early December. And then, of course, we have every month once, and you will be quickly informed about these conversations over coffee. So here I finish my short presentation. Thank you very much for all your questions, and I'm waiting now for your comments and questions eventually, and so on. Yes.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
Can you introduce yourself? Can everybody introduce himself? Although it's here written Zina, yes?
Mm-hmm.
But you can tell us which school you come from.
Okay, may I start? Do you hear me?
Yes.
Hello, my name is Zoltan Buzadi. I'm from Budapest, and I'm now also on the board of CEEMAN. I would like to add from a faculty perspective to what Danica was telling to us. Not only that I really benefited for all my life on this IMTA faculty development program and became a case author and researcher, but I would like to speak about the Tirana upcoming event. And two things happen there from a faculty perspective. It is an unusual conference because as a faculty, usually we go to subject-only matter conferences, you only meet people who are doing the same research as you usually do. However, Danica and the local team always put together a very interesting, trendy, cool set of speakers about what's going on in the business world. And I think for teaching, this is actually a great research pool. You discover really what's going on much better from this conference event. Second, I have also created a faculty presentation option because when I was younger, I felt it difficult to convince my dean that this is the conference to go to. So on this faculty presentation, you come with your own your own research, your own case study, your own teaching methodology in a one poster size, and you receive actually feedback, and this feedback creates a network. If I'm looking around here in this participants list, many people I met you personally on this event. So the topic can be about what you are doing actually now. Maybe you wrote a case study, maybe you're teaching some interesting subject, or you want actually to present your classic research in it. And I think for accreditation, if you are coming from that, I would say that it's not just getting a paper and going through the system, but it's actually showing to an accreditation body that you're connected organically to a community like CEEMAN is. So if you are here and you have been in these circles, I think it's actually partly your responsibility to share this knowledge with younger upcoming people who want to not only to become technocrats, but to learn about what's going on between the lines, as Danica said. So we are maybe not going to be philosophers and artists as such, but CEEMAN is the closest to this type of event. I have been to similar events by others like AMBA, but they're far too big, far too commercial, unpersonal. So as a human colleague, I really think that this is something you should give opportunity to some of the other people around you. And if you have informal ideas what we should be doing, you can also contact the board members, me, if you are connected with me. I'm very happy to be also connecting in these ideas. Thank you.
Thank you, Zoltan, very much. Zoltan is every year already for years running the poster session. You know, that's the first day of CEEMAN conference. And I really invite you there because this is a kind of scientific part of the conference. All the rest is like being together, learning from each other, making, enlarging your network, etc. But in the poster sessions, you are really sharing the research experience. And I really invite you, and thank you, Zoltan, for saying that. You know what I would like still to tell you, what I did last days. Today I posted a little video on the website because I'm inviting all CEEMAN members to come to Prague to ILA conference, ILA, International Leadership Association. You know why? Because I think that we are not enough represented in different international events. And it was, this year they gave me the honor to lead this, to be the how do you say, what am I? Chair. I want to say coach. I'm chair of this association, of this meeting in Prague, which will be from 15 to 18 of October. The title, which I also gave, is Leading Together. And they are till 14th of March accepting papers and, and also reviewers. So remember that, and try to bring from your school some people there because I was sending this on 13,000 addresses, which we have in our computer. Let me put it like that, in our database. And I want, if this comes to Prague already, I want that we are present and that CEEMAN has also a role there. Just to tell you that it's another organization, association, but it's it's good that we show ourselves also. Thank you. Please, other questions. Yes.
Yeah. May I introduce myself? Well, Victor Ascanas. I am probably the oldest here in terms, you and I. as far as CEEMAN membership is concerned. I've been here from the very beginning when the CEEMAN started and through the whole history. Now, one comment from my position now, I am judge at the Canadian Competition Tribunal, and I would like to tell you that we are using something which is a rational person test, which is that the rational person being at this position should not do or should do something otherwise. And what we realize is that education, as far as management is concerned, is okay, but the membership of supervisory board are quite often not educated enough to take the position of responsibility, and sometimes they don't understand the responsibility of the position they are taking. And I see as well in the business schools that somehow this whole idea that we have this supervisory representative of our shareholders is not taken into consideration in a program development.
So you think that we should have such a courses also?
Yes, absolutely. Because it's these professionalizations of the supervisory board today, overseeing what the management is doing is starting to be an issue, especially in sustainability, because you have this different perspective, the short-term career ones versus the long-term, the impact on society, impact, the decisions that are being made in the corporation that have this incredible long-term consequence.
Thank you very much. We were also talking, in among the CEEMAN board members that we should do something for entrepreneurs. Like especially the one, the companies, the growth companies, the young ones. And I'm sure that Slavica has her opinion there. But this was kind of quite a strong idea, Yes, we go further with questions, please, or answers. Comments.
This is Dr. Zina Kyriakou from Strasbourg. I like the idea of sustainability, so I will send you, because we were thinking about this topic, so I will send you and to Elgarim an email regarding the sustainability project. And because also I've known CEEMAN since almost 10 years now, I think it's a great network and great connection. And what you are doing, and especially last year, what we have seen in Austria, the business school present from China and even from India, it was really needed. And I think we should focus more on those two countries. I just came back from Bangkok, one of the conference, and we presented a research paper. What Southeast Asia also is doing is great in terms of research. So being closer in terms of European business school to China, to Southeast Asia, and to India is really great. So I think if CEEMAN could have more members from those countries, it will be really an added value to members and also for the accreditation.
Thank you. I agree with you. Thank you.
Danica, may I say something?
Yes, please.
I'm not part of any management institution anymore because I have retired twice. I retired from IIM Ahmedabad, then I did Flame for 10 years, and now I have my own consulting firm. But over the last 7 years, I have done research on leadership. And it is an assessment scale which I have developed, which is digitized and gives you 13-page feedback. It is, as you said, philosophy. So it is 3x5 matrix, life, society, and work. How does an individual manage his own life from the age of 21 to age of 80? And I've divided them into 7 categories. So it's a humongous work which I've done. which I would like to share with the people in the conference. But I'm not part of any management institution.
Good.
I have also asked my secretary to send me your postal address. So I will send you a book called Leadership Spaces to you.
Thank you. Thank you. We shall send it to you.
Please. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Slavica, do you want to say something?
I think I'm the third in the row, so I will wait on my.
Okay. So who is the second or the first? Please.
Yeah. Good afternoon here in Beijing. Now, currently, it's time for sleeping, but I'm still awake. Thank you so much for me, the first time join such kind of coffee time. And I'm really honored to meet the chairman, Professor Danica, in the year 2018 in Hangzhou. That's the first time that I knew about CEEMAN. So quickly after I returning to Beijing, I persuade the colleague of mine in business school to join CEEMAN. Unfortunately, after we joined in, that the pandemic happened. So after that, we returned to CEEMAN. And last year, we visit CEEMAN, the headquarters, and also the business school. So very good memories. So we would currently, sorry, I forgot to tell my university. And my university is the Central University of Finance and Economics, and we're based in Beijing. We are on the top tier universities directly under the leadership of Ministry of Education. You know that in China, we have more than 2,000 public universities. And currently, I work for the university, for the international office, and I'm the director of the office as well as a faculty member for business school. And my research and teaching is about corporate strategy as well as entrepreneurship. So my question or suggestion to CEEMAN is that I think even with the quick or rapid progress with high technology, AI, deep think, something else, I think the more important thing for our educators is that to make people, not just the faculty members, the managers to meet, we should make the student to meet. So this year, that's the second time we host the summer school open to all the universities outside China. And we invited Nobel laureate who work in MIT, Angrist. He is the Nobel laureate in the year 2021, and also other professors who works for the top journals, such as the editor-in-chief, because we have two summer schools. One is for PhD students, one is for undergraduate students. So for PhD students, what they care is about publications and their career development. So we open this opportunity to all of the students who would like to work with their counterpart globally. So for the undergraduate, the topic is for entrepreneurship because we locate in in Zhongguancun, Chinese Silicon Valley. It's quite easy to get access to the startups. So it lasts 10 days and 2 weeks, and all the mentors is from the overseas universities and no charge. And only the student find their flight. Upon arrival, we will offer the food accommodation for that. So I will send information to algorithm about this.
Yes.
Besides
And
that,
these
we would
meetings.
like to suggest, is it available? Just a random suggestion, I think. Is it possible to organize a sports, something? I mean, currently in China, I heard also in other countries that marathon is quite hot, right? So can we organize such thing that business marathon? As we could talk, we could meet for MBA or professionals, and then we can share their experience during marathon. We can do that cultural experiences as well as the sports, just say. So really, the last thing I would like to express is that we sincerely invite the universities who would like to visit or just let me know that we sincerely welcome the delegations from your university. Right. Thank you.
Thank you very
so
much. Thank you very much. I think you know that this is a good idea in general to have also more meetings of the students. Sometimes I remember many years ago, EFMD organized something like competition among the students, you know, etc. But we could do something, you know, some presentation of interesting programs or what they are doing, etc. So that's another idea that we could elaborate. You gave us by what you are doing an idea. Thank you very much. So who is next?
Yeah. So now I am actually next.
Good.
Okay. So first, I think it is very good idea to have such chatting events. So just keep on it, and I think many good ideas will emerge from this. I fully endorse what was said about collaboration and putting together students, doctoral students, maybe in the seminars in which they will present their research projects, research problems, methodology, whatever, so they can learn from each other. But what also I'm leading the doctoral program in entrepreneurship and innovativeness at the university in Osijek in Croatia, and it is the part of UNESCO chair in entrepreneurship education, together with universities from Turku, Finland, Klagenfurt, Austria, Maribor, Slovenia, and Durham, UK. But what I'm suggesting actually to see in a much broader framework the issue of growing companies, growing businesses. Because if you visualize life cycle of a venture, so it is like a logistic curve, and then if you visualize inflection point, the riskiest part is this coming to the inflection point. But if we do not recognize this point, if we do not see early signals of this point, then we will be missing additional innovative activities to move this inflection point and also keep the growing phase of your business alive. So I would suggest if we can have maybe some focused discussion on this, how to translate it in maybe an executive program and run as some joint project program from CEEMAN. So that's my suggestion.
Very good. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We are thinking about that, but you know, to get such a support is only helps to make it. Anybody else?
Hi, hello. If I may, please.
Yes, of course.
Okay, hi, hello. My name is Hector Huerta. I am a lecturer at Tashkent Entrepreneurial and Applied Management University, aka TEAM, where I'm a lecturer in geopolitics and international businesses. I sent my questions upon registration, but I'd be more than happy to state them right here. One of them has to do with how we can, as researchers, leverage technology to facilitate our research without, breaking the rules of ethics when it comes to academic integrity. And another one is if we can share AI tools to help us detect plagiarism when students submit, their papers. And I emphasize the word freebies because, nowadays, the model, obviously, companies have to make money. It's all on a premium basis. Not everyone can do that at the moment. And I omitted to say that I come from Puebla, which is a UNESCO heritage city in Mexico, but I teach here in Uzbekistan at the crossroads of the Silk Road.
Very good, thank you very much. I suggest that since we have still 4 or 5 minutes, that we are leaving this question for a very good answer from our professor Toms from IMD Lausanne, who will be the next speaker, and then you can then discuss with her and have even more questions, because ethics is really something so important that I think it needs a little bit more talking and explaining. And welcome to the club. I was in Tashkent recently, and we are really hoping to get more schools from Uzbekistan to become a member because they need it, and we are very happy to have them here. Do you agree?
Wonderful.
Do you agree? Thank you. So
you're welcome. Thank you.
1 or 2 short questions for short answers or suggestions. We learned so much from you today, what to do in the future. If not, then I shall give the floor to Nareh to conclude this meeting, and thank you very much on behalf of all the team, CEEMAN team, and looking forward to seeing you next time here. And don't forget to put in your agenda all this data that I mentioned of IMTA and PMS, and especially the annual conference. There we shall dance. I always invite people, I say, come, we shall dance, because we have real parties, not just eating and drinking, but we are dancing and enjoying the music and the national culture and cuisine also. So, Nareh, floor is yours.
Yes. Thank you so much. I would like to thank everybody for participating today. Thank you for your questions. And I would suggest to keep in touch to make sure that you will get information about our next coffee chat, which is most probably going to be on AI. And I will make sure to send out follow-up information about today's chat and any useful links that you might need for the future. So again, thank you so much, and we will meet next month to discuss questions on AI, I guess. Have a nice rest of the day.
Thank you, and all the best. It was nice seeing you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye, Danica.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you.
Till
Bye.
Danica. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you very much.
Danica, send your address, please.